What's up, guys? So this video is gonna have to do with the stretching video that I just made. It has to do with it, but it's not like specifically about stretching. So I want to talk about training, what you want to get better at. So this is the most frequent thing that I get is like people asking me advice for like getting middle splits. They're like, hey man, you got really good middle splits, can you help me with mine? I'm like, sure, what do you need help with? Like, what have you been doing for your middle splits? So they're like, oh, well, I've been doing lots of horse stance, and I've worked up to like 2 minutes of doing horse stances, and I'm still not seeing progress on my middle splits. And I'm like, well, have you tried training your middle splits instead of fucking horse stance? Like, duh. Like, that just seems fucking obvious to me, but apparently it's not obvious at all. Like, I think it was Ido Portal who really popularized it, but it's really an idea by Thomas Kerse, that, like, doing horse stance stuff will, improve your middle split. I mean, that's not really what Thomas Kerse is. Like, what Thomas Kerse was doing was he was doing horse stances, and he was so he started pretty much with bent knees, and he would widen his stance until he was just in a full middle split, which seems like a good progression to me. It doesn't seem stupid. It's like you just gradually bring your feet wider and wider apart, which is just another way to build, your middle split. And Ido Portal was just like kind of making the horse stance a bigger deal than it was. Like, oh, unlocking the 5-minute horse stance is very good to unlock the middle splits. Like, no, that's bullshit, dude. That's fucking stupid. I mean, if that's his experience, his personal experience in it, I can understand that. But I mean, in my own experience and from what I've done with my clients, or students, I don't know whether I want to call them clients or students. I don't know. I need to fucking pick one. Maybe they can be both. Anyways, like, what I do with them is more direct work. Like, if you want to get better at your middle splits, you need to do fucking middle splits and spend time in that position and build strength in that position. That's it. Like, it comes to the SAID principle, specific adaptation to imposed demand. Basically, you get better at whatever you do. So if you want to do your middle splits, but you're doing like a shit ton of horse stance, you're going to get way better at horse stance, not so much the middle split though. So do your fucking middle splits to get better at middle splits, and do your horse stance to get better at horse stance. There is going to be some carryover. Like, imagine a dude who benches 315 is most likely going to be able to overhead press like 150 at least. He's not going to be weak. I mean, probably in comparison to his bench, he's going to be weaker, but like, if he wants to improve his overhead press, he needs to do more overhead press. He doesn't need to do any more bench. Like, if you want to improve like the amount of weight you can bicep curl, don't train pull-ups. Like, fucking do bicep curls, and vice versa. If you want to get better at pull-ups, don't do fucking bicep curls, do pull-ups. Now, I'm not saying that bicep curls won't help your pull-ups and that pull-ups won't improve your bicep curls. I'm just saying that, like, train something directly first, and then you could use that other thing as assistance work. So, like, train your overhead press first, and then maybe doing some benching over that will still help improve your strength. But you need to train overhead press first. If you want to get better at your chin-ups, train your chin-ups first, and then bicep curls after that will be beneficial in, improving your chin-ups, because the bicep is one of the main muscles involved in a chin-up. Like, if you want to get better at your middle splits, do your middle splits first, and then horse stance as assistance work. That's all I'm saying. It's like, you get better at specifically whatever you do. If you squat halfway down, you're going to get better at squatting halfway down. If you squat all the way down, you're going to get better at squatting all the way down. If you pause in the bottom of your squat, you're going to get better at pausing in the bottom of your squat. That's all I'm saying. The last example I want to give, just because I need to mention this shit, is the active arching hangs that have been really popularized, like, you know, hanging on a bar and just picking your chest up. Like, for front lever, people want to do front lever and they do active arching hangs. That's so fucking stupid, man. Like, again, active arching hangs are beneficial as assistance work, not as your main strength building movement. You need to do front lever as your main strength building movement if you want to get better at your front lever, and active arching hangs would be good as assistance work to strengthen some weaker points, if you will. Like, just don't do it as your main strength work. That's all I'm saying, guys. I hope this video helps some of you out and clears some things up and helps you guys improve your own, you know, methods of strength training. That's it. Peace, y'all.